Kia ora, my name's Matt and I'm building a Sopwith Camel. Very slowly. I've just finished the last of 168 wing clips of different shapes and sizes. So I've kind of laid them out, partly so I can video, partly so I can see myself what I've done. That's a pile of 64 of them there. Quite a stack. Very, very pleased to be at this end of it, which means I can then move on to something else over the next few weeks. So I hope you enjoy the video. It's mostly around me doing the very, very last set of wing clips. So enjoy. Cheers. I'm back in the garage after a few weeks away, again working on clips, and I'll show you which one I'm doing. It's actually the last one, so I'm quite pleased about that. There we go, so that's that one. So it goes on the wingtip and it goes around a 3/8 inch tube. It goes around the wingtip. And it's the very last set. I've done everything else. I would have done these already, but I miscalculated the width and cut them too short. Cut them too skinny, so I had to get them redone. So I've marked them up. And in the process I've kind of got for that is, this here is a little jig. And it's got all the various angles I've used so far making these things up. So to start with, when cutting, I cut them out to a rectangle shape to start with, then place them on this angle here, which goes up 5 degrees that way, up 5 degrees that way, to that one, and that's the center line. So I marked those on the 5-degree angles on the edge of the blank, and then used the guillotine to cut them out. And that's what's given me the, I'll call it dihedral, I don't think it's actually it, but that's what's given me the angle across the bottom. I'm not too worried about the top because I'll get that when I sand them. So, and there's a very slight point at the end, which means I've got a reference point to relocate it back on the jig, which I'm at the moment, and it's going to be really awkward to demonstrate, but you sit that on the jig, and from that you can find the center point, you mark your center line, and from there everything else gets marked up. So yeah, so it's a little bit of a process, but yeah, you might put your way through it. So they're all marked up. What I'm about to do now is start doing center hole punching, center hole denting, whatever you call it. And once I've got that done, then I'll drill them, and once I've post drilling, I'll then mark which ones of these are right-handed, which ones are left-handed, because that makes a difference when it comes to countersinking. And I've already lost brackets from countersinking all these set on one side, which means half of them are wrong, and that kind of sucks. So that is what it is. So yeah, so I'm just going to crack on and start knocking these things out. A little bit of unboxing to do. This is a guillotine. Not the same as the guillotine I've been using at the airfield. This is a hand one. Apparently it can cut up to 5mm steel, sheet steel. Is it sheet at that point or is it plate? I don't know. There's nothing on the Durapane that's going to be 5mm thick. But I wanted the larger one because there's a small one. I want the larger one because I want something robust. It's going to go around for a while, and it'll go well on the second-hand market when I'm finished. Hello.
What have you bought?
Yes, that was the wife who's just freeing me, having bought another toy. As part of my trip up to Auckland, ended up buying this, and I'm sure I can use it for other things as well. Okay, I'm just regretting wearing the Samoan safety boots right now. This thing's freaking heavy. Okay, don't want to do it that way. Just get the sides off. turn it now. Gee, this is substantial. It looks small in the photographs. Oh yeah. Yeah, wow. Okay. That's quite impressive. Honestly, did not look that big in the catalogue. I'm just going to give this a quick little go. So I'm just going to trim off the end of that. Could do all the ends on all 8 of them. I did it without dropping them. Yeah, let's give that a go. Yep, hot and nice through butter. Wow. All of these are now cut. I'm now going to clean off the marks on them and then mark them left hand or right hand, so I make sure I get the countersinking done on the right sides. And then I'm on to countersinking. Cool, that's all these countersunk. That's a nice one, there we go. Next step is to sand both sides. Remove scratches, and you can see the marks on there from the tooling. Remove scratches and get them ready for bending. Good smoky whiskey from the Isle of Islay. Bloody nice. the last little bit, undercoating. I've already put the first undercoat on, and the stuff I'm using is zinc phosphate primer. It's the best stuff we can get for doing stuff exposed to tough environments. This stuff's actually from marine environments, but it'll do the trick, and it's coloured approximately right, so that's okay. So yeah, I'm just about to put a second coat on these guys, and these will be done. And the next photo you'll see is probably going to be of all the clips I've done over the last God knows how long. Right, I'll see you in a moment. Well, it's coming up to the end of the year, and it's been a funny kind of year for making progress, very off-on, start-stop. But I've finally got progress to report. I've finished all the wing clips, which are bloody fantastic, 168 of them. So I just got them over here. Pull them out of their buckets just so I can lay them out on the table. They'll go back soon, then I'll forget about them till I actually need them for the wings, which won't be for another couple of years yet. But yeah, very pleased, very happy I got those out of the way, and I can move on to something different now. Just doing some editing for this video and realised I've forgotten all about the half bucket of scrap metal. So yeah, so yep, these are all failed ribs. So yeah, that's why you pay a professional, or it's the cost of doing it yourself and learning as you go. But yeah. So just thought you might be interested in that. There's 1,000 parts to the wings that I'm making, and of those 1,000 parts I now have 253 completed. Aside from some rib gluing, I've still got quite a bit of rib gluing to do, and those ribs are included in that 253. But yeah, pretty much means I'm a quarter of the way there. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you soon with haven't yet decided what I'm going to move on to yet, but I've got plenty of stuff to work on. So I'll figure that out next few days over a whiskey or two. I'll see you soon. Cheers.